Any pilot will tell you that jets can fly faster, farther, and higher than turboprop planes can. But despite the fact that jets have been around for more than half a century, propeller planes are still very popular and still very much in use. And that's because they can do certain things that jets can't, such as land and take off from shorter runways. Unless, of course, it's a jet such as this one, the Pilatus PC-24.
It's simple physics: wider, bigger, heavier, requiring more thrust and braking power. That's why jets need more space to accelerate at takeoff and decelerate when landing. But Pilatus, the aircraft manufacturer from Switzerland, has found a way to achieve what was previously impossible. With their twin-engine PC-24, the jet-propelled version of the company's equally revolutionary PC-12 turboprop plane that set the standard for short-field aircraft. To operate from short and unpaved runways, the PC-24 jet incorporates an advanced wing design with a large double-slotted flap system, while another innovation, a long-stroke trailing system landing gear, smooths out uneven surfaces. Uniquely designed wheels likewise prevent sinking on soft surfaces like mud and grass, and wing flaps are shielded to protect the aircraft from flying debris when landing in the rough. Another unique Pilatus design is a large pallet-sized cargo door, a first on any business jet.
If you recall, we took you on an exclusive tour of the PC-24 in a previous episode, but we never got to experience its most compelling feature, which is landing and taking off on a short airstrip. A short airstrip like Pamalican in Aman Pulo. So, let's try it. Oh, by the way, here's an important fact. This is going to be a record flight of sorts. The first time a jet will land in Aman Pulo. Let's hope it can.
Although the PC-24 was designed to operate in the most challenging conditions, the interiors are surprisingly posh, with movable, fully reclining captain seats. So think of it as a luxury SUV. It's surprisingly spacious as well for a jet that's advertised to fit 10 passengers in the cabin, with more than enough comfort required for the shorter flights the aircraft was designed to travel.
So before we take off, here's a cool thing. Pilatus has an app of its own where you can actually control the environment inside the cabin.
Such as cabin lighting, cabin temperature, in-flight entertainment, and real-time information about the flight path to your destination.
All right, we're ready for takeoff. It's 7:38. Usually takes over an hour to get to Aman Pulo. They say with this jet, we can get there in half the time. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that this jet, a jet, can actually land in Pamalican Airport. That means more time at the beach and less time in the air.
Although I realize our Swiss pilots have never landed in Aman Pulo before, and that this is, in effect, an experiment to test the Pilatus, the smooth flight and the comfortable cabin keep those nervous thoughts at bay.
So, the important thing about a business jet is not just comfort, of course, as this is extremely comfortable, as you can see, but the fact that you can actually hear each other.
Yeah, it's important to be able to have a conversation
in
such a place. Exactly.
A turboprop would be much louder, right?
Yes, a turboprop with the engines on the side would be much louder. In this case, our engines are at the back and they have good soundproofing technology embedded into this technology of the PC-24, so it's very, very quiet, especially for a jet.
So according to this app, the Pilatus app, and the flight path, we'll be starting our descent in just a few minutes, which is incredible because it usually takes an hour, as I said, to get to Aman Pulo on a turboprop plane. But we're getting there in just about 30 minutes. So that's our record, the fastest flight from Manila to Aman Pulo. And we're on the flight. All right, I can see the island over there. That's Aman Pulo. We'll be landing maybe 2-3 minutes. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. All right, here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and... Woo! Bravo, bravo. Bravo to our captains, to our crew. That was the second record that we set today. First one, shortest, fastest flight to Aman Pulo. And second, the shortest runway that this jet has been able to land on in the Philippines. Oh yeah, welcome to Aman Pulo. What a great way to get here.
And what a comfortable, fast, and safe way to land on this short and narrow runway with more than 400 meters to spare.
It was for turboprop planes such as this one that the runway here in Aman Pulo was designed for. Not for jets, but today we proved that indeed a jet can actually land here. Well, at least a Pilatus PC-24 jet.
Of course, the skilled pilots in the cockpit had just as much to do with this record-setting feat. So, let's ask the captain what it was like inside a cockpit.
It is a challenge for us also, coming from a totally different area, but in fact let's say from the flying part it was still a pretty regular flight. I think the only really challenge today was the wind. It was very windy, but other than that the airplane is designed for this, and we felt very comfortable. So this is a bit more challenging. I would say Aman Pulo was very interesting for us as well, because we have seen this type of resorts before, but it's an interesting combination between a very, very narrow strip of concrete, and then on the side you have gravel, so you can neither calculate for concrete nor you can calculate for gravel.
Of course, most jets, apart from Pilatus, wouldn't even bother to try landing in Aman Pulo or in those conditions you mentioned, ice, short runways in the snow and on mountains. But Pilatus is the single aircraft manufacturer that's able to do it. My question is, what kind of magic did you guys at Pilatus come up with to create such an aircraft?
We have to look back a little bit. It's our heritage. We built the PC-12, which is a single-engine turboprop aircraft, which is very popular all over the world, and it is specifically going into these places. And then our customer came to us and said, "Can you not build a bigger airplane which goes faster, further, and higher?" And then we said, okay, we look into it, but it needs to be a very special jet aircraft, which is optimized to get very close to what a PC-12 can do. And that's why this airplane is so particular. The wing and all these systems we have on board are mainly designed to come as close to what you can do on a PC-12, to land everywhere, to go very far, and to have a very spacious cabin, but more, faster, further. And that's basically the magic, and there is a lot of technology involved in this aircraft.
So thanks to Pilatus' heritage, their innovative wing design, wheels and landing gear, and yes, our pilot's skill, we've made it here in one piece and ready to enjoy one of the world's most beautiful beaches.
Just look at the smiles on their faces, right? That's a reaction that first-timers to Aman Pulo always have on their face. And why not? Just look at this. These guys are from Switzerland. This is the Philippines. It's paradise here.
Can you take another picture of us?
Look at that, guys.
Hey, it's nice, huh?
Huh?
Nice.
Look at that water.
Indeed, to be able to fly further, faster, and to more places than ever. It's not just about the bragging rights. Rather, to enjoy remote destinations like Aman Pulo, or for that matter, any island in the country with what can pass for an airstrip. Yes, that's what a PC-24 was built for.
This is the world-famous Aman Pulo. For a reason, right? Just look at that view. Just look at that water. Just look at the sand. Just imagine yourself as one of them, coming here for the first time and seeing what the Philippines looks like. What a postcard to write home, right? My problem is, They may not want to fly back to Manila after seeing this.
And I was right because we all decided to fly to another famous island, Mactan, Cebu.
Okay, here we go. Ready for takeoff. Whoa!
Since taking off is less challenging than landing in a short and narrow airstrip, I guess I can relax now, especially since way bigger jets than this can land in Cebu.
So I'm checking the Pilatus app once again, and the map tells me that it's going to be about 30 minutes from Aman Pulo to Mactan Island in Cebu, where we're headed. Which reminds me, that's another record. The first jet flight from Aman Pulo to Cebu. That's 3 records. So here we are at the Mactan Cebu International Airport, which is another first for our voyage. That's right, this is the first time a Pilatus PC-24 has landed on this airfield.
It's also the first time anyone in Cebu has seen the PC-24 in person, though I suspect not the last, because inquiries and orders are racking up for the Pilatus jet. And I'm not surprised, despite its $12.5 million entry-level price tag. This super versatile aircraft is absolutely perfect for an archipelago like the Philippines, where runways on most islands are typically short, narrow, and even unpaved. Indeed, the PC-24 provides a faster and more comfortable alternative to the existing turboprops and large helicopters. The Pilatus can even fly non-stop to Bangkok or Singapore if you wanted to. But I'll leave that for another trip. For now, it's time to head back to Manila for another flight aboard the Pilatus. What a treat indeed to sit back, relax, and enjoy the view of twilight over the islands of the Visayas, and nightfall over the plains and mountains of Luzon in one of the world's most advanced business jets. Though I wonder what it's like to fly one of these planes myself, to sit in the cockpit and land a powerful jet on a runway like this.